The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. From the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And some room to work. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. 47 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Allen's throw is complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
They'll run with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Etienne to start the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Etienne once more. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Tua sets up to pass it. Drops this underneath for Chandler. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Draw play, ETN. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This is caught. It's Cooks. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Tua. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside from 3 yards out. And the Texans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with it? That's into a crowd and intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. ETN up the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Texans football to start quarter 2. 7-7, our score after 1. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Straight ahead, ETN. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jair Elam makes the pick. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 15. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end. And I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On first down, here's Breida. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th.
That's a punt, my guy. This Ben String, punt the ball.
Fourth down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Come on, set.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Chandler. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is... And this is going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Tua. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that's complete to Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Hayden Hurst, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Check 43.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Diggs has it. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. To throw again on second down. Allen escaping the pressure right. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on to punt. Taken in at the 22. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Looking deep downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jair Elam makes a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. A handoff for Etienne. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Tua going to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Looking to pass. Tua. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have a Texans first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Etienne on the toss right. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They'll try to run with Etienne. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Travis Etienne taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Allen to throw it. That's caught by... And the ball is knocked out, and the Texans scoop it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, it can get away from them pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. Being chased out left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. Here's a give to Etienne. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 63 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. Touchdown, Texans. Najee Harris from 8 yards out. And the Texans are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Fielded just outside the goal line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. To throw, it's Allen. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now a handoff to Chandler. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Harris running straight ahead. They find some open field here. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 9. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Ready. Move 32. Ultra. Go ultra.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Allen going to throw. He's got Cook running the slant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On play action, Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis, 35 yards. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Now Etienne. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
going for it. Here's Tua with it. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Now, all through this one, they've had nothing but success throwing the football and in the passing game. Here we are in the fourth quarter. The time you'd think they'd be running the football, they're still tossing it around and having great success, and it appears a whole lot of fun as well.
Tua now on first down. That is taken in by Hurst. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Throw left side complete. That's Chandler. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.
Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My ace spoon goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond standards on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died or fed millions with soul food, flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm